So good evening. We're back again. Hot topic, hot off the press. There is a march, well, not a march, a protest, apparently, from what I've been hearing and seeing all over social media. So if you are in the North London vicinity on Friday, I think that is taking part. Everyone will be taking part at 6 p.m. So if you want to get yourself down there to protest against this owner, then 6 o'clock, I think they're doing it. I don't know who's involved, who's doing it. I don't know who started it. I don't know. All I've seen is it on social media all day. So yeah, man. Anyway, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the owner in a minute. Let's talk about, obviously, the fact that everyone has pulled out of this Super League, and all football clubs are doing protests. I see Chelsea do it yesterday. I see Petr Cech trying to get the team bus through off the main road into where it parks up and gets the players out at the stadium. That was one of the most boring games of football I've ever watched as well, by the way. Tonight, there's been about 15 or 20 Tottenham fans turn up. They're always the ones that let you down, aren't they, Tottenham? But listen, fair play to them. If they want to get the owner out and they think that's the right move, then good luck to them, innit? But I think Tottenham, when I see the pictures that were circulating, there was about 15 or 20 of them there. But Arsenal got theirs planned for 6 o'clock tomorrow, and then Man United 3 o'clock on Saturday. So obviously all these clubs have got a lot of fans that are angry with what's happened. Listen, at the end of the day, they're billionaires for a reason, because they make ruthless decisions, and that ain't condoning it. Look, at the end of the day, I couldn't care less whether we went into a Super League or not. I've said it multiple times on this channel. I've said it on other people's channels. This football club has been in the gutter for a long, long time. And there's multiple reasons why that is. People will always blame an owner, and I get that. But that's not the main reason this football club's been in the gutter for 15 years. It's part of the reason. There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of cogs that go into this wheel. And at the end of the day, you know, like I said, ruthless people will do ruthless decisions. And these billionaires, if you add up their wealth combined, it's ridiculous amounts of money that none of us are ever going to see. None of us combined will ever get to the wealth of one of these owners. So unless there's a few secret billionaires in the chat, I don't know. But the one thing I will say is that we've tried as Arsenal fans. I've been on protests before, holding banners up about this owner years ago, and he's still here. I see a lot of people that are trying to obviously do the same again this time round that tried last time round. Big up Turkish as well, by the way, because Turkish has been telling everyone for years, and he tried to organize protests and stuff like that, and nobody bothered. People have been too interested in trusting a process and forcing that down everyone's throats rather than trying to get an owner out. And now all of a sudden, after years of saying spend money, throw money, give Arteta money, give Wenger money, spend. After this whole Super League thing's happened, people are now protesting against people that own their football clubs because of greed and money. It's kind of hypocritical, if you ask me. But that's just my thoughts on it. Listen, you can't demand an owner hand over 200-300 million quid in a transfer window and then cry that they're all about money and greed. I just find it a little bit weird. But listen, at the end of the day, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and everyone can have their way of showing their displeasure at a football club. At the end of the day, for me personally, if you don't like something at your football club, i.e. the owner, if you don't like the owner and you think they're all about greed and fleecing football fans, for me, standing outside a football stadium, shouting Kroenke out or Glazers out or Enoch out, or, well, they weren't shouting Abramovich because they know he's the one with the checkbook, Bruce Buck out and stuff like that. You know, they can do that. But listen, is that going to really make a difference when you're then going to renew your season ticket? Is that going to make a difference when you're going to go and get the next drop of merchandise? Is it really going to make a difference when you renew your membership or when you, buy anything Arsenal related from arsenal.com? Then is that really made a difference standing outside a football stadium shouting your owner's name and then out after it? Because if you are going to do that, fair play to you. Good luck to you. And listen, I'm not a Kroenke fan. I'm not a Kroenke in. I'm not a Kroenke out. Yeah, at the end of the day, there's a lot of reasons this football club's shit, a lot of reasons. And this notion that we could get this owner out and all of a sudden the next owner is going to come and plow loads of money in, well, doesn't that go against what you're protesting against? You just want them to keep handing money over, but then it's all about greed. It just makes no sense to me. But listen, me personally, if you do want to do it, good luck to you. 6 o'clock outside the stadium. If you don't and you can't because of where you live and stuff like that, then cool. But like I said, for me, a better way to penalise these owners of football clubs, if you're against what they do, is when we played Brighton and there's 10,000 fans allocated to be allowed in the ground, don't go. And the arguments I've seen like of people when I've said that is, yeah, but if I give up my season ticket, then it all comes good in 3 years or 4 years or 5 or 10 years. I'm on a 15-year waiting list. Yeah, but at least you've done your bit. You have done your bit. Yeah, but there's people waiting to get the ticket. They'll snap my ticket up. Well, you either care or you don't. Yeah, and if you care that much that that you want to protest, then protest and hit them where it hurts, which is the bank balance. Because, like I said, standing outside the football ground, screaming and shouting, ain't taking money away from Arsenal, because most of them are going to go and buy the shirts next season. They're going to go and buy their season tickets. So for me personally, yes, protesting can work to a certain degree. It can work on certain issues of a football club, i.e. when Liverpool tried to charge 77 quid a ticket and they all stormed out on the 77th minute. Their owners then said, okay, we're scrapping the £77 tickets. Yeah, so it can work in certain instances. To get an owner to leave, boy, you're going to have to have about 50, 60, 70,000 doing that every single week. Yeah, for a long, long time. And even then, you've only got to look at Mike Ashley. No Newcastle fan likes Mike Ashley. He's got 50,000 people sat in the stadium screaming Ashley's a wanker, and he's just sitting there smiling, sipping on his pint. Like, it's very hard to get an owner out. And the only way you can do that, in my opinion, it is only my opinion. Listen, I've seen people in there saying you're a Kroenke in. Bruv, I couldn't care less who owns this football club. I really couldn't. I genuinely couldn't care less who owns the football club. Because at the end of the day, until the whole structure of this football club, from the fan base up or from the owner down, is singing from the same hymn sheet in terms of what we want to be as a football club, then it's going to fall flat on its face, in my opinion. You know, at the end of the day, when I'm being told all season and other people are being told all season they're rats, for example, because they're not trusting a process, well, was the process being 9th and 10th in the table? And then it's, yeah, he don't spend any money. So now you want his money. Yeah, now you're going to protest because he's greedy and it's all about money. The whole concept of it for me is just backwards, mate. Like, it's not about being in or out. Yeah, I'm Arsenal in. Yeah, I'm Arsenal in. 30 years ago, I didn't have a fucking clue who the owner of the football club was. Neither did anyone else, because nobody cared. Now down to social media and, you know, all the stuff that gets put out there. You see the interviews with these people every now and again. Everybody now knows who the owners of football clubs are, and they know the buzzword. So I see you, structure. That I've used twice already today, the structure of how a football club works. People are then more invested into that, which I understand. But at the same time, the fact is, maybe, listen, 55,000 people go every week to that stadium, and then the rest are away fans. So let's say 56,000 and 4,000 are away fans. 55,000 people can get to that stadium every week. So 55,000 people can turn up on Friday. If 55,000 people can't turn up on Friday, then maybe half can turn up, but they won't. It'll be probably 1% or 2% or 3%, or maybe even 5%. Maybe 2,500 people will turn up, and that is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because listen, if 55,000 people turn up, it's a fucking mad issue for the owner, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? And they're standing there for 2 hours before kickoff, doing what they're doing, holding their banners, holding their pieces of paper up, chanting his name and getting him out and trying to get him out and stuff like that. 55,000 people is going to make a mad statement. The problem is 55,000 people aren't going to turn up. Yeah, and that is where I'm saying, and it's only my opinion. Listen, people would say I'm Kroenke and whatever. I couldn't give a fuck what people think. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's my opinion, and my opinion is if you really want this owner out, don't spend any money at the shop. Don't renew your season tickets. But then that comes down to, I can't not renew my season ticket because I've had it for 5 years, or it took me 15 years to get it, and this will be my second season of having it, and then I'll have to wait 15. So you don't really care then, do you? Because you care more about your season ticket waiting list if you come off of it than you do about getting the owner out. And that is my point with it. You either care or you don't. And if you do care that much, you'd not spend a penny at the club. Like, people say, yeah, but Lee, you wear all the merchandise. Yeah, I'm not sitting here crying and bitching and moaning about the owner every fucking week. Yeah, because I genuinely couldn't care who the owner is. All I want is my team to win a title and to be right up there challenging. People say, yeah, but you can't do it with this owner. Yeah, well, can we? Can't we? I don't know. We can't do it with this manager. We can't do it when fans are tweeting trust the process instead of we care to you all summer last summer. You know, we can't do it with a rookie as the technical director. Yes, that's down to the owner. But again, it's down to the fans to come along and get in line. Not all the fans are in line. When all the fans have done this owner's PR all season, like, I just find it staggering how many people have gone the opposite way now. All season, I've seen thousands upon thousands of people telling others to trust the process. You're doing his PR for him, because all that's doing is lowering the expectation, yeah, which is what he has done to this football club in terms of everything's now average. Yeah, and that's because the fans have allowed it to happen. Yeah, and now it is too late. And now everyone's started to realise it's all about greed. Well, it's been about greed since day one. But listen, that's just my thought on it. I think that to get an owner out of a football club the size of ours is a bloody big task. And firstly, you've got to find an owner that's going to, or a new owner. To buy Arsenal Football Club is going to cost around £2 billion, maybe more. I don't know. I don't know how much it's worth. Maybe £2 billion. He's going to want a profit out of it. So it's going to cost at least £2 billion. How many people out there have got £2 billion that they can come and buy Arsenal with, that want to buy Arsenal? And people have this idea that if a new owner comes in, they're suddenly just going to get their checkbook out and we're going to go shopping on a mad spending spree. Are we though? I don't know. I can't see into the future. The one thing I do know is we've been here and done this, and I've seen this already enough times with Wenger. Yeah, somebody made a great point to me earlier, because I went to the Wenger protests, not all of them, but I went to some of them. And if you go off of what social media says, it's like 50,000 are turning up. When we got there, me and a couple of people that went, about 400 people, 350 people, max 400. So whilst it's all great putting it out there and the hashtags and all that, fantastic, cool, keep doing that. Yeah, but at the same time, don't spend any money. Because we see under Arsene Wenger, when it comes to an end in the final season, the reason he got potted or told to leave, whichever way you want to dress it up, is because the stadiums were fucking empty, because people were voting with their feet. Dude, if I guarantee you now, when it comes to season ticket renewals, a lot of people that go on the protest tomorrow will have their season ticket renewed. You've just given them £1,000 times X amount of people. 40,000 season ticket holders. Let's say 4,000 of them tickets are £1,000. The rest might be 1,300, 1,500, £2,000, 1,800. It's a lot of money, a lot of money. And if you don't go and you don't renew it, then an empty stadium on match day 1 of next season is going to do a fuckload of damage to that football club, to the point where we will start losing money. We will start losing money because nobody will buy the merch. And all of a sudden, he goes, fuck this, it's losing money, I'm selling it. That's just my thoughts anyway. It was bad when Chelsea team can't even park a bus, says Gillespie Road. That's mad. That is actually mad. I didn't even think of that, my guy. Big up to Sammer as well. Did you see Righty say Kroenke out? I think he's jumping on the hype. Bruv, he jumps on everything. Literally, any hype, Righty's there, bruv. The Aubameyang signing, Righty's there. I said this is the difference, yeah? When Aubameyang signed that contract and they done the whole dress it up and make it a massive thing, and then look at when Kevin De Bruyne signed the contract, just one statement from Man City, no video, no agent. He didn't even have an agent, Kevin De Bruyne, done it himself. And that's the difference. When I see Eddie Nketiah cupping his ear against Fulham in the 97th minute, that's how serious we are as a football club, man. And that's why I'm saying there was a lot of issues at this club. The owner is a massive issue. Don't get it twisted. He is a massive issue because he ain't putting pressure on the board or anyone else. He ain't raising the expectations. But at the same time, the majority of this fan base over the last 15 years have allowed it as well. By keeping Wenger in a job 6 years too long, having rows with people that wanted him out and wanted better for the club, trusting a process. The process is run by the owner people are protesting about on Friday. So why you been telling me all season to trust the process then? Because the process is run by him, or has everyone forgotten that? I just find it baffling. Some of the some of the shit I've seen is just unbelievable, if I'm honest. But big up to you, my guy. Big up to Kieran. I agree with you on both your points and other people's points. I'm just stuck in the middle and just hope it, at the end of it all, Arteta is gone. Lee Stellafund, thank you, man. Here's one I prepared earlier. But no, this is the thing. Look, at the end of the day, and thank you for that, Kieran, you've got a good point, because at the end of the day, right, is that this owner is a very rich and powerful guy. He couldn't give a shit if fans are technically at the ground or not. Yeah, I see something the other day where you see where you got the covers over the seats now. Yeah, they put all the covers over. They've got all the sponsors written on them. Have the sponsors paid extra money for that? It would not surprise me if the sponsors have said, "Oh, can you do this?" Or if whether that was part of the deal. I don't know, because when the deals were done on a lot of these clubs and sponsored deals, there weren't a pandemic. So is that now contractually part of something that they've added in? And they're getting paid an extra bit of money? Because if that is the case, I see Chelsea the other night. They had about 12 sponsors scattered around their seats. Yeah, and then the ad hoardings where it's like not a fixed one now. It's a pop-up one with FIFA 21. Even the referee's got FIFA, EA Sports FIFA on his refereeing thing, on his refereeing top. So it has always been about money. And this is the thing: when you got an owner that is so rich and powerful that don't give a shit about this football club, that doesn't come to games, doesn't speak, doesn't want to talk to anybody, sends his son out to do the annual video, it is very hard to get that person out of your football club, because the only way I see it is if you hit them where it hurts, which is in the pocket. Because as soon as you start costing that club money and it's making less and less and less, and they start losing money, at that point they go, fuck it, I'm selling up. When everyone's moaning, but they're still spending on match day one at the club shop and still in the stadium on match day one, buying their pints and buying their burgers, you know, they don't give a shit. They're just laughing all the way to the bank as usual. And that's where I'm at with it. Listen, I've been on protests, like I said, for Wenger and Kroenke. Yeah, the banner I held over the armory was about 55 foot long. Yeah, there was a load of stewards at the bottom of it. It was literally just nearly touching their head. It was mad. But at the end of the day, like, I protested for Wenger for time. Yeah, but he didn't go. He didn't get sacked while the protests were happening. He got sacked when fans weren't going to the games anymore. Yeah, and fans said, fuck this. Why am I going down there on a cold, wet Wednesday night to go and watch us get spanked to fucking Man City? Yeah, and as soon as there was 10,000 people in the stadium on that Man City game, then the following week, I think we played not Champions League, if only, a Europa League game, and you could see the Nike tick, yeah, or the Emirates or whatever it was at the time no, it was the Cannon, I think, on the seats on the opposite side of the pitch, yeah, in the stadium. You could see it because there was nobody in the ground. There must have been about 10,000 people that night. As soon as it was 10,000, all of a sudden the revenue on match day for that game is down here, because they ain't gone in the club shop and done 100 quid each on merchandise or 400 quid each on merchandise. They haven't done 30 quid on food and drink on the concourse, you know, and they haven't paid for their, well, some of them might have paid for their ticket. If they're season ticket holders, they would have already paid. But the ones that are not season ticket holders, which is about 20,000, 15,000 that go out to the red members and the silver members, well, they weren't being brought. So all of a sudden you've now lost upper tier seats up between if it was Man City, it'd probably be anywhere between 80 and 140 quid. Yeah. Then you've lost lower tier tickets. If it's Man City, are at least 55, 60 quid, up to probably 75, 80. So if you've only got 10,000 out of 60, and some of them were away fans, all of a sudden you've got a massive issue in revenue. And if that happens quite a lot, then all of a sudden the club go, fucking hell, we've got to do something here. The fans are revolting. Yeah, the fans standing outside a football stadium chanting is all well and good, and it's a good idea. Yeah, whether it works or not remains to be seen. But at the same time, like I said, when I wasn't part of every Wenger one, but when I was part of some of them Wenger ones, they were going on over a course of years. Yeah, and he was still here until the fans stopped going to games. And that then took its toll on the club, because week in, week out, nobody was turning up to the stadiums. They were dead. We were an embarrassment all over TV. It was being beamed globally that there's nobody in the stadiums. Yeah, and all of a sudden they went, boom, see you later. See you later. Sorry, Wenger, you got to announce you're leaving or we're sacking you. So, no, that's what I think. Listen, it is just my opinion. Like, and my opinion ain't gospel, as everyone knows. I'm just one football fan out of fucking billions of football fans. But at the same time, I think that's the way to do it. But we shall see, innit? We'll see. Listen, I hope thousands turn up tomorrow. I really do. And listen, I know Turkish, as far as I'm aware, Turkish hasn't arranged this himself. He's going to be part of it. Big up to that guy, man. Yeah, big up to him, because he's been on this guy for time. And people laughed at him. People said they don't want to, oh, he's on AFTV, so I ain't going to go and turn up and do something with him. You know, and that is another problem we have, is that a lot of people don't like certain people or don't like certain channels and stuff like that. So a lot of people won't bother going because they don't want to be seen with them people. It's fucking embarrassing. And this is why I'm saying, if people really want to make a stand, it's just my thoughts. Don't pay that club a fucking penny. Yeah, don't renew your season ticket. Don't buy any merchandise. If that's what you really feel and you want this guy gone, don't give him a penny of your money, because that will hit harder than anything else. But like I said, that's not to tell people not to go to a protest. I hope everyone goes tomorrow. I hope there's fucking 50,000 there tomorrow. Really do. But I don't see it. I don't see it, sadly. But like I said, 6 p.m. tomorrow, 6 p.m. Friday, sorry, outside the Emirates. Good evening. Great stream last night. Thank you. I did say a lot of you had me in stitches when I read some of the comments back today. First words I said was, this is not going to be a 2-hour stream. And it was a 2-hour stream. It won't be tonight. I'm going to watch the Tottenham game, and then I'm going to watch the Man City game. And then after the Man City game against Villa, I'll be back again for a live call-in. Kroenke is stubborn. He won't sell. He won't even see Friday's protest. How many years have Newcastle been demonstrating against Mike Ashley, yet he is still here? Exactly, my friend. Anthony, that's my point. I like the idea of protests, because protests can get you certain things. Like I said, with the Liverpool example, with the tickets going up to £77 a ticket, they all marched. They said, fuck this on the 77th minute and left. Ironically, it probably didn't help that they were 2-0 up against Sunderland, and then Sunderland scored 2 in the last 13 minutes and it ended 2-2. So that kind of, boom, no fans in the ground. We've shipped 2 goals. Oh, okay, we'll scrap the 77 quid ticket. So you can get certain things by protesting. To get an owner to sell up, boy, that's a big ask. That is a big ask. But big up to yourself, Anthony. Appreciate it. Very generous, man. Big up to Jared as well. I hope you're well, man. Enjoyed the streams yesterday. Was good of you to hang on for that length of time. Haven't been well lately. Depression. I hope you're good, man. Listen, I know you've got family around you and stuff, man. Just chin up, bruv. And I know that's easier for me to say. But listen, keep trying to smile, man. And I'm glad you enjoy the streams. I try and make them as entertaining as possible. So hopefully I can make you smile, man. And love to you and your family, bruv. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, man. Off to watch Tottenham. Look at that. Man's ditched me for Tottenham, bruv. Come on. Disgusting behaviour. Big up a Blue Whale. Spot on. There's literally a couple of things fans can do if they want an owner out. It's simple, but easier said than done. Like I said, protesting is a good idea for certain things. But to try and get somebody to sell a football club that's worth about £2 billion, fucking hell. If people can get him out, they have to take a round. They have to have a round of applause, mate, because that is not going to be easy. You've got to have a look at a lot of things to get somebody to sell a football club that's valued at £2 billion. And you've got to find somebody to buy it as well. And then you've got to hope that the guy that comes in and buys it ain't a bigger crook than this one. And most of these billionaires are crooks. So let's be real. That's just the facts. They are. And like I said, Mike Ashley is a good example as well, because they have been protesting against him. I don't know if the geezer at Blackpool, was it? I don't know if he's still the owner. I don't know if he's finally fucked off. But they were launching tennis balls on the pitch and all sorts of games. They were protesting outside the ground, refusing to go in on match day. None of them were going in. The ground was empty. They were all stood outside protesting while the game's on. Yeah, and he was there for years. I don't even know if he might still be there. They've been protesting for fucking years at Blackpool, and they refuse to sell up. So I don't really know, man. I don't know. Listen, everyone can do what they want in terms of what they think is the right idea. Yeah, me personally, I think that just don't spend a penny if that's what you want. Hope you and your family are well. Good. Thank you, man, Mr. Pads. I'm very well, my guy. I hope you're good. Sweden in the cut. Probably freezing cold Sweden. We're very good, man. We're very good. And love to you and your family as well, my guy. We're nearly out of this lockdown, or it's a semi-lockdown now, really, isn't it? We're nearly back to normality, man. So, or some level of normality. I went to the pub yesterday with the missus. It's not like going to the pub before lockdowns. They wouldn't even let you inside to use the toilet. You had to use the portaloo outside. It was nice though. Beautiful food as well. Lovely. I had a little piri chicken wrap, nice little toasted wrap, and some sweet potato fries, and a couple of pints. It was nice, man. Nice and sunny yesterday as well. Big up the signature. Fans protesting will result in reduced value. It's pointless as Stan is money driven and won't sell at a reduced price. Pointless. Well, listen, if the club starts losing money, I don't know how much he's actually paid to buy the club in total. I don't know how much it's cost him overall. It's something I'm going to have a little look into. So I don't know, man. Like, look, if the club starts losing money, I think he'll bounce. Yeah, but the only way it loses money is to not go and not buy the shirts and not renew your season tickets. But at the same time, I don't know, mate. Listen, who knows what he's thinking? Does he even know that there's a protest plan? Probably not. Does he care? Probably not. I did find it funny when there was people outside the ground the other day and they're standing there, yeah, with banners and stuff. And it's like, nobody's in the football stadium, right? It was a Monday or a Tuesday afternoon. There's literally nobody in the ground. Why are you there? Like, if you wanted to protest, why didn't you go down the training ground? That's where everyone is. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. On match day, obviously, it makes more sense to do a protest at the ground because we're playing on Friday at the Emirates. So, and that is what obviously all of these teams have put in place. Tottenham are playing tonight. There was fans out there tonight. Chelsea the other night. Man United on Saturday. So it does make sense to do that. But like I said, can it get an owner out? I don't know. Has it been done before? I don't know. Has any owner sold out because the fans kept protesting? I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sure you guys in the chat might know. But big up to the signature. Big up to everyone watching live. 600 odd people, which, considering Tottenham are playing, is not bad. There won't be thousands of fans turning up, mate. Come on. Met Police estimated 550 to 600. Chelsea turned up. There you go. 550 to 600. Chelsea turned up last night. Let's assume let's say we get about 1,000. We're about the same size football club as Chelsea, fan base wise. I don't know what the global spread of that is, but we have got a lot of London football fans. But again, are they on social media? Do they know there's a protest? Do they want to be involved in a protest? Do they think it's right to protest? Do they care whether the owner's here or not? Do they have time off work to get to a protest? There's a lot of things that have to be factored in. And like I said, if people are expecting 50,000 people to turn up, then sadly they're going to be mistaken. I hope loads more do than Chelsea did, of course. But look, it's good that it's getting a lot of media spotlight. It's getting beamed all the way around the world and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I've seen this before with Wenger, and that's why I'm kind of skeptical about the whole thing, because people have said to me, but Wenger, there was a lot of people that wanted to keep him. Well, there you go. There's even more incentive for everyone to get down the Emirates then, isn't there? Because if everyone's on the same boat in terms of we want him gone, yeah, then no reason for people to not go then, isn't it? But what do I know? Your streams are banging. I love you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paris. Thank you. Appreciate it. Listen, I try to, when I do my streams on topics like this and like the Super League the other day, rather than just going straight live and just busting out a load of crap that's misinformation, I like to see both sides of the coin. Yeah. And then I'll form my own opinion. So that's why people go, oh, you're always against the grain. Yeah, that's because I've done my fucking homework. Rather than just jumping on what some big account said. Like, oh yeah, he's got a big account or she's got a big account. They must be right. I'll follow that. No, I'll do my research and then I'll do my stream and then I'll try and put both sides of an argument up and then give you my thought on it, which is what I'm doing every day this week so far on this whole Super League. I wasn't against the Super League. I was against the non-relegation of it and the closed shop type thing. But like I said, people didn't realise. They go, no, it goes against the good of the game. Well, when football was created and league systems were created in this country, there was no relegation or promotion. So it's the same thing, isn't it? People have used this opportunity to reinvent themselves after the Wenger out campaign, to get maximum traction on their platforms, and to get their mugs on TV and radio. Yeah, and like I've seen a couple of Tottenham fans. I don't know whether they go to games. How many of them that go into these protests go to games? Like maybe they can't. You know, maybe they can't. But maybe they just want to get their face on ITV News. Or like, you know, my mates are going, so I'll go. Yeah, and like I might get an interview with BBC Sport or something. Like that's what a lot of these people are doing. Listen, good luck to them, man. Fair play to every single one of them. If they can see an opportunity and they can take it, fair play to them. But at the end of the day, I'd rather just put my own spin on it, having seen the pros and the cons and the ins and the outs, rather than just going out there with some absolute drivel. Yeah, half of the people don't even know why they're protesting. Like I see Tottenham fans tonight with a banner up saying we want our Tottenham back. What does that even mean? Like, we want our Tottenham back. What does that mean? What Tottenham? What are you talking about? Chelsea the other day, yesterday. Yeah, we're giving it, we want our Chelsea back. What, you want Ken Bates back then, yeah? You want Ken Bates back? Yeah, you want cars parked around Stamford Bridge? You want the sign up saying save our bridge? Is that what you want? Because that's Chelsea. That's Chelsea that I grew up on. Yeah, Chelsea now. Yeah, and this is why I get the ump with some football fans, is they don't learn the history of their football club. They just go with the here and now. Yeah, like, no, Arsenal have got a wealth of history and tradition at a stadium that ain't a cash cow. Yeah, so we can go, cool. We've won loads of trophies, titles, competed and stuff like that at an old school stadium when football was about football. What the fuck are Tottenham saying they want their club back for? What do you mean you want your Tottenham back? What Tottenham? You never won anything. When was the last time Tottenham, 13 years ago, I think was the last time they won anything. How old are these kids outside Tottenham tonight protesting? They're probably about 20, 21. They were like 6, 7, 8. Probably some of them are probably only 18. And they were 5 when they last won a trophy. What Tottenham do you want back? What, I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. So a lot of people don't know why they're protesting, but it's cool to protest at the moment. It's been cool to protest for months on various different topics. Yeah, some things I've agreed on, some things I thought were a complete load of bollocks. Yeah, this with the football, I understand why fans are angry because, again, it's been done so backhanded and so snide. But at the same time, let's not all pretend that we didn't know this was ever going to try and be happening. We've all known about a Super League that's going to be formed. We've all known. We just didn't know it was going to get dropped on Sunday night. So, you know, this is why when I'm sitting here and, you know, people are saying trust the process, I always say, well, what, the process backed by an owner that you don't like? But then you beg for that owner to get his checkbook out every summer. Then when he doesn't, you say, well, it ain't Mikel Arteta's fault. He didn't get backed. Well, come on. Seriously. Seriously. Big up to my boy Victor. Real one, baby. We need Stan Kroenke out. Lee Gunner should be the owner of Arsenal. Where he is passionate of winning. Arsenal Champions League 2024, new format, which leads me nicely on. And thank you very much, man. You always show me love on this channel. Appreciate it, buddy. Big up to everybody in the chat as well. I see all the same faces in there every day. So, or the same names. I don't see all your faces, obviously. But if you haven't slapped a like up, please do. I'm going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes. Big up to everybody in the chat, man. Slap the likes up. It's true what I'm saying about Tottenham. What Tottenham did, I see people love like, what do they want? What Tottenham do they want back? I don't understand. We want our Tottenham back. What a weird thing to say. What a weird thing to say. But like I said, a lot of people just follow the leader, follow the leader. They don't know why they're protesting after these people. But yes, that was it. Champions League. So I see today, and this is why I've not really said much about this Champions League new format, right? So I see today, I think I retweeted it. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. Let me get the tweet up so I can read it out without actually making a pig's ear of it. So let me go and find it. Right. This is what will happen. In 2024, 2 Champions League places will be given to the clubs with the highest club coefficient that weren't able to qualify for the Champions League through their domestic league. Anybody who doesn't know what club coefficient means, basically, you get a point scoring system for the amount of times you've gone into European competition, how far you've got in it, whether it be Champions League or Europa League. Whether you've got to finals, you'll get higher coefficient than somebody who got to the semi. Dependent on how many years you've been in Europe, the coefficient jumps and chops and changes. I don't know where we are on the list of clubs with coefficient. Last time I looked, I think we were about 8th or 9th in Europe. So anyway, 2 places will be given to the clubs with the club highest coefficient that weren't able to qualify for the Champions League through their domestic leagues. For example, if a club like Manchester United end up ranking 6th in the Premier League, they would still qualify. Furthermore, for example, a club like West Ham, who are never in Europe, if they ended up 5th in the Premier League and Manchester United ended up 6th in the Premier League, West Ham would qualify for the Europa League, which is obviously where they finished, but Man United, who finished a spot below them, would qualify for the Champions League. Why has no fucker on TV gone on a mad one about that? Where's Rio crying about, oh, it's unfair, it's all about the glamour ties? So it's not unfair to throw Man United in there because they've got the highest coefficient because of their European record. We're 11th in coefficient. Thank you for everyone telling me. Thank you. And this is where I've found this whole scenario since Sunday, so many hypocrites, it is mad. And this has highlighted so many of them real quick. Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, hypocrites. You know, Gary Neville hasn't spoken bad about the Glazers for years. Now, all of a sudden, he wants to jump on board. Well, where you been, Gary? Where have you been, mate? Because all the Man United fans have been cussing you for not jumping on it. Gary Neville pays 4 times the wages more than any other team in the division his team Salford FC are in. So he's bankrolling between the class of 92 and they're bankrolling a quick emergence up the footballing pyramid by flooding it with money, which means that they can outbid any team in that league for a player. Yeah. And he's got the audacity to come out and talk about this. Boy, seriously, how people don't see this is mad. Gary Neville, I'm the Messiah. Gary Neville thinks he's the hero right now. And this is the thing. I don't understand why Gary Neville or Jamie Carragher would not be speaking about this extra 2 spots for the highest coefficient teams in Champions League, because they ain't even got the rights to Champions League. So why wouldn't they talk? BT Sport I can kind of see, yeah, because they're in bed with UEFA and FIFA and that, yeah, because they've got the Champions League on their platform. But Sky haven't, so why ain't Gary Neville crying about this? Makes no sense to me. But there you go. How can a team with a higher coefficient get in even if they didn't qualify? I'm sorry, that's basically a watered down version of the Super League. Oh, let's get a couple of the better clubs in that didn't qualify. We can open it up to 36 teams and bosh, they're straight in. Yeah. Yes, 75% of the teams have got their way in, but then when you think about it, the best teams in Europe, or the big 6 in the Premier League, yeah, could potentially all blag their way in. So 4 are getting through Champions League qualification spots. The other 2 might be the 2 highest. Say if Arsenal finished 5th and Man United finished 6th, we might be the 2 highest placed teams that didn't qualify in terms of our coefficient. So then all of a sudden we've blagged our way in. That's fucking out of order. If that Super League's like a closed shop, then like, and everyone's up in arms about it, why ain't anyone up in arms about that? It makes no sense to me. Listen, I'm going to do a few more comments. Make sure you're whacking these likes up. There's 700 people watching. How many likes do we have on this video? Let's have a wee butchers. 185, not enough. Big up to David as well. Just see your super chat, my guy. What Tottenham back? Exactly. What Tottenham back? What Tottenham did they want back, bruv? Somebody enlighten me onto what Tottenham they wanted back. About we want our Tottenham back. What's that all about? The ball's on some of these pundits. Exactly. The audacity of some of these pundits. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad. It's actually mad. Like it's not fair that Man United could finish 6th in the table and qualify for Champions League, but West Ham could finish 5th and they would only be in the Europa League. It's out of order. It's out of order. No, people talking about the the integrity of the game. Well, go and ask the people who have lost their family members in Qatar for building a World Cup. Yeah, there's been thousands that have lost family members that have been building that. Where's the integrity there? Where was the integrity when they put the Europa League final, which is in Europe, yeah, in Baku, which is technically not Europe, Like, where's the integrity? Where's the integrity when the World Cup was put in Qatar? Like, in the middle of a fucking season, by the way. It's mad. Big up to everybody watching on Facebook and Twitch as well, man. Big up to all of you guys. Big up to Stefania. I think I got your name right. You could get what you wanted since you don't rate Mikel. Who would you want? Nagelsmann, Ralph Ragnick, or Luis Enrique? None of them. Simeone, bring the Don to the Emirates. Bring the Don to the carpet, my friend. Turkish, there might be a plane for the protest. Offered to chip in. Never forget Kroenke out. I'm not sure how that works because London has got a lot of big buildings. So to fly a plane over a football stadium in London, you'd have to get clearance. Well, you have to get clearance anyway, but I don't know how it works. It's the same with a helicopter in London. Like big cities, I don't know how it works, mate. I'm not sure that can happen. But listen, big up to everybody who is going to that on Friday, by the way. And like I said at the very start, yeah, I think there's other ways of doing it, i.e. not spending 80 quid on a football shirt 3 times in 4 weeks when they drop all 3 new kits next season. Not buying all of the merch if that's what you feel when you want him out that passionately. Not buying a new season ticket. Not buying your memberships. Not buying anything Arsenal related at all. Give your season ticket back. Yeah, but somebody else will have it. Yeah, you've done your bit though, because you're that passionate about it, aren't you, mate? Or is it not the case? I don't know. So yeah, I think that personally there's other ways. But if people want to do it that way and that's what they think's the right way, who the fuck am I to tell them otherwise? Everyone's got their own mind, man. They can do what they want, innit? So there we go. Big up Jason in the chat. Money talks. Yes, money talks and bullshit walks, mate. And we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Let's do 3 more. Let's go. Big up to Static. Man's going to the protest. Go on, my son. Go for it. Southampton are 1-0 up, apparently. I'm going to watch that game. Big up to Aaron as well. Appreciate the donation, my guy. Where's UEFA's energy for the issues non-money related? Exactly, my friend. Where was the energy when they banned some geezer for 10 games the other day when they should have banned him for life? Where was the integrity then? Absolute wasters. So yeah, it's basically one set of crooks have beaten another set of crooks. That's all it comes down to. And that's it. That is technically it. One set of crooks have beaten another set of crooks. Smash the likes up. Subscribe if you haven't. I do appreciate everyone who comes to watch these streams every day. I will be back again soon as the Manchester City game finishes against Aston Villa for a live video call-in show for you guys. You can jump on camera. I promise you now, it is not going to be 2 hours long. I know I said that last night and it was over 2 hours long. I'm not doing that again. I was shattered when I come off of that, man. So listen, it will only be a 45-minute thing. So it's first come, first serve. And if I have to leave people sat backstage, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to be ruthless with it. So I do need to get my beauty sleep, as you can see. So yeah, big up to Unique as well. My guy, man. Big up to everyone. New Tide as well. I see you, bruv. And all the real ones. Georgie in the chat as well. I see Georgie. Still confident of Leicester not bottling it. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, listen, let's end on this comment. One of the Sky News reports last night, I think that he was the owner at the game, and he asked what colour the team was wearing. But I see that, yeah, right? That's that, what's his name? Sky Cava. What a bellend that geezer is, by the way. Yeah, this is the same guy. Big up to you, Gareth. This is the same guy who was telling Arsenal fans, Arsenal can't sign Nicola Pepe, they got no money. And he had told us that day in, day out, there is no agreement. Nope, nope, nope. They can't buy him. They're cash strapped. Nope. And then he said, when it was announced that we were buying, oh, they done some clever, what was it? Clever fucking, some bullshit. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that geezer at all about anything. He's probably made that fucking story up. Yeah, because if he knew who it was, if it happened, he would have said what club it was. He's full of shit. Mate, I refuse to pay for Sky. I've got it on my phone anyway. I pay my contract and it come with my phone. Maybe technically I'm paying for it. I don't know. I don't know. I've got BT app on my phone as well. Yeah, I don't pay for BT. I ain't got BT. Yeah, where I live in Spain, you can't get Sky Sports in Spain. It's the zone. Can't get Sky Sports out there. You can't get BT Sport out there either. Yeah, it's the zone on everything pretty much. So I refuse to pay these companies. Fuck them, man. Yeah, they've had the monopoly. They have took the piss, and it would not surprise me. Let's not forget this. They tried charging people 15 quid for a fucking game in pandemic, and they're coming out trying to be the fucking holier than thou. Yeah, they can suck out, mate. Go and get yourself a nice little Cody box or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Or a VIP league. Yeah, just use that website for games. You'll have every game. You'll be a minute and a half behind. You ain't paid a penny for it. Yeah, the quicker they lose their monopoly on games and on football fans in general, the better. Spending 80 quid a month on Sky, 50 quid a month on BT. Then you have to pay for Amazon Prime if you want to watch a few games here and there. Yeah, all of a sudden you're now talking like 150 a month. Yeah, 130 a month maybe. Let's say 130 a month. Then if you go to games, your season tickets are grand. Yeah, a lot of fucking money in it. Then if you go to away games, then if you want to buy all the merch, it's not cheap being a football fan, and they know that, and they take the piss. It would not surprise me if Sky put their prices up for next season. Would not surprise me one bit. Oh, what? And the way they'll dress it up is, well, we can't put every game on TV now because the fans are back. So what we'll do is we'll try and get an extra kickoff time at like 8 o'clock on a Sunday, but that'll be part of the package. But the package is now an extra 10 quid a month. 100%. They're fuckers, man. Fuck a lot of them. IPTV. Come on, real one. Real one knows, man. Exactly. Use a VPN and sign up for DAZN Canada. There you go. 150 a year. My guy. Big up to you, Gracious Creek. Big up to everyone. Smack the likes up. Come on, man. 500 likes. I'm going. All have a wonderful evening. And I'll be back straight after the Man City away game to Villa, doing a live call-in show, video call-in show. So get your cameras on and get in the chat. And I'll see you at about 10 o'clock.